watching Force 13's live streaming service. Good evening, this is Force 13 Live. Hello, my name's Nathan Four. You're watching Hurricane Matthew, Major Hurricane Matthew, now a Category 4. Via our SATOPs, we're sort of siding with 145 miles an hour at the latest. The National Hurricane Center's official update came out moments ago and said 140 miles per hour. Either way, this storm is very powerful, and that does not seem to be relenting whatsoever. In fact, the opposite is probably true. I'm joined by the Skype team this evening, who you will now be able to hear. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello, people.
There they are, all here, and that's a big screen, so we'll try.
We're all here.
We'll try not to terrify you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to resize that screen. Might be a good idea.
Oh dear.
As you can
Yeah,
see,
I remember
we're
this one.
joined by David, Hank, John, who's got a weird name, Jason, Craig, and Cesar. Good evening to
Yeah.
Good evening.
Well, Devinson's had stranger names, alright?
No.
you.
Good to
Right.
be here.
Yeah.
Well, we've
Well,
got a lot of things
good
to
evening.
discuss this evening, as I'm sure everyone is aware. And
Yes.
it begins with Matthew. Of course, it's not the only thing going on. Chaba is out there as well, but it's very little
Weakened.
compared to Matthew, which appears to be moving sort of west-southwest still, and not far from the coast of Colombia. So whoever would like to go first, go right ahead.
Okay. Latest advisory says that this system is a Category 4 in the Caribbean. First Category 4 in the Caribbean since Paloma of 2008. It's now officially the strongest storm in the Atlantic of 2016, behind just beating out Gaston. And this storm poses massive threat towards Jamaica, Haiti, and eastern Cuba. It's looked very impressive all day. Recon has been in this system for the past, I don't know, a while.
Since this morning. Since this morning.
Yes, for a while. And the latest, what they found, is that, and they found Matthew to be a very strong storm, which we all know by now. And there are a lot of questions, about how much the system could strengthen. Some people are asking if it's going to get to Cat 5. I don't know about that quite yet. Definitely a possibility, but it's something that we need to take. It's something that I don't think is very likely at this point. But if it does strengthen to a Cat 5 overnight or tomorrow, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me tomorrow. If that does happen, it would end the streak, the 9-year streak, or what I think is a 6-year streak, officially 9 years, that we've never had a Category 5 in the whole Atlantic. So, quite remarkable storm. And this supposed to head right towards those areas I mentioned earlier. NHC right now is saying that it should peak as at least a Category 4, 145 miles an hour, make landfall on the very eastern tip of Jamaica, and then move through Cuba just to the west of Guantanamo Bay. Hurricane watch out for the entire island of Jamaica, and a tropical storm watch out for the southern peninsula of Haiti. That's pretty much all I have to say. One more thing. After the landfall in the Greater Antilles past Bahamas is a massive question mark. We don't know. A lot of people are asking if this is going to impact the U.S. Or is this going to shoot out to sea. It's very hard to say right now. But of course, everyone in the United States should remain vigilant of the storm. Not saying it's going to hit, but just be ready, and just in case it does move.
And also, just to add there, recent developments here. A new recon mission is just about to take off and head for Matthew. The AF-303 mission 9 into Matthew is about to get off and underway. No other information has come in from the NOAA 3 plane into Matthew. It's already still in Matthew. That's the plane that came up with Category 4 forced hurricane. Category 4. Oh god. Cat 4 forced winds within Matthew. But the question is, Category 5, it can't be ruled out, right enough, but I'm going to have to wait and see what it does. We're going to have to wait and see. If it does, then all I can say, apart from now, if it does become a Category 5 either tomorrow or later tonight, then all hell's going to break loose. In fact, yes, it already is, but if it does that, then that just adds fuel to the fire and causes sort of more panic, if you get what I mean. Not so much panic that, it's like, oh god, it's a Cat 5, the drought's over. So what's going to happen from now on? We've just now finally got the end to it. Just the worst thing you want to do during a major hurricane like Matthew, or any form, is to panic. That's the worst thing to do, is panic. Just remain calm, do what you can, and stock up on supplies if you can, if you're going to try and ride out the storm, which I think would be a rather bad option for when this thing decides to make landfall, and whenever it does.
Yeah, Craig, the worst case scenario is if the storm does make a landfall in Haiti, which is notorious for having storms that make landfall there and cause thousands of deaths, unfortunately. We've had storms like, Gordon of 1994.
Ike.
It came, I'll get there. It came 100, no, it's fine. 100, it came at least 150 miles away from landfall as a tropical storm and still killed 1,200 people.
Yeah.
You had Hurricane Flora back in, I forget which year, I should remember, but, it caused at least 5,000 deaths in Haiti from rainfall alone.
Yeah.
Storms, like Ike, as Craig said earlier, cause hundreds of deaths. It's all due to rain. It's never due to the winds or storm surge or anything. That's always due to rain, because in Haiti, the whole deforesting issue along the mountain ranges is, the soil there is very, very loose because of all the deforesting or whatever they're doing up there.
Yeah.
So if you get at least maybe, I think, 3 inches of rain, it can cause landslides, let alone a good, 3 possible feet of rain.
Yes. That, and sadly, for those that don't know, when Matthew was over St. Lucia as a tropical storm, sadly one fatality was reported, and sadly they were sadly crushed by a boulder.
Very bad way to go.
What a way to die.
But let's just hope that that's the only death from. Well, that's what we can hope, because that's the only thing you can do from a hurricane like this, is be optimistic and hope.
Craig,
that
I'm afraid that
no more.
I'm afraid that's pretty much virtually impossible at this stage.
Yeah, unfortunately, But you can only think positive, though. You can only think positive. If it hits Haiti, there's going to be a hell of a lot of deaths.
There's going to be a lot, yes.
Yeah.
Now,
sorry, Hank, but the next question is if Hank. I am on blipper reel fire. I'm on blipper reel fire tonight, Nathan. Am I? Yep. Never mind. As I was saying,
congratulations.
I made it on the blooper reel.
He's lost his train of thought.
No, I'm getting back to it.
He's going to lose it.
No, I'm not. You're putting me off.
He's losing it. He's losing it.
Come on.
John,
don't control yourselves, guys.
John, don't fall off your
here. Stop it. You can see here.
Oh no, I've completely lost it.
Oh well, we'll come back. John, as you are very eager to show us what you're showing us.
Yes,
go on, John.
You can see here the eye has pretty much developed into a pretty nice appearance. Even though this is IR imagery does sometimes distort how the eye can appear. But if you see here, the outflow is pretty defined here. Very solid outflow here, all on the whole storm itself. It's pretty healthy.
Yeah,
pretty
the
healthy.
latest image on The infrared
I'm
is
curious.
very good
Is there a
indeed.
little bit of shear here?
And
maybe? Or-
I'm going to get a new one from SatOps in a minute, a new update. Force 13 does its own satellite analysis to determine the strength of these storms. The latest SatOps said 142, and I'm just about to find out what the next one says, the latest reading, and I'll get back to you. Officially, 140 miles an hour, but these satellite estimates hope to give us a truer value.
Well, while Nathan's working on that, I wanted to show you guys some visible. Yep. You can see here on RGB, you can see for a fact that very pronounced pinhole eye here. Very pronounced. In fact, it's actually being obscured by some convection here. Which is really...
Well, it continues to deepen as well, and I would say the eye temperature is around -15 or even -10 Celsius now. Just 3 or 4 hours ago it was -50. And that means the eye is getting much warmer and the storm in turn is getting much stronger. If it goes into positive numbers, then you're approaching 150 miles an hour and higher.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm curious, is this just some of Matthew's influence here, mainly?
Well, I would say that section of the storm has looked better than it did earlier.
Oh yeah,
actually.
it has.
Well, there was the eye. Well, this is part of the storm.
That's a pretty small eye, though. That's a pretty small eye.
So, latest SatOps puts the storm up again to now 147 miles per hour.
Good lord.
Now, that's amazing.
What happened to all the data? What's going on?
What data?
I'm trying to find all the data on the recon. Here it is.
Oh.
Looks like last summer 120 and the gut pressure below 950. This thing is definitely dropping off a cliff, per se.
Now another question that's asked a lot is, what is the storm gonna do? What's the storm gonna do after it crosses the Greater Antilles once it approaches the Bahamas? Here's the thing. It depends on how long, because it's supposed to slow down, potentially stall, and then move off towards the north. What could happen is if the storm stalls for too long, then it okay, so let me just back up here. There's a trough right now over the Gulf of Mexico. If this storm turns to the north quicker, then it could interact with the trough, and the trough could bring it closer towards the United States. Now, if that's what the GFS is saying. Now, if it stays in the Caribbean longer and doesn't make landfall till Monday, Tuesday, it could move, closer to Haiti, and then, it might miss the trough. It might move off out to sea. Same situation with Joaquin, literally pretty much a year ago today. It was very uncertain where that storm was going to go, as we all know. As it was thought at first that it was going to curve north pretty quickly, or not pretty quickly, but move north faster than it actually did, and move towards the eastern seaboard. But what happened was it stalled in the Bahamas too long, and it missed the trough, so it shot out to sea. But that's exactly what the ECMWF was saying, that it would stall and then move off towards the northeast, while GFS was saying it would move into the U.S. So, very similar situation in those regards. I've seen so many comparisons with the storm and other storms in the past. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I've seen comparisons with Sandy. No. No. Let's not go there.
No, let's not. I'll tell you, I mean, if the way it's going, the way Matthew's going, I mean, the question is, if the Cat 5 does happen, now what? I mean, if it makes landfall as the inevitable, which we sure as heck hope not, but if it does hit Haiti, then the next question is, yes, there could be a lot of deaths. In fact, I'm not going to say it's a certain, but it could be. I'm trying to be optimistic here. But then again, the next question is, when Matthew does this landfall, will there be a retirement? Now,
let's not go there right now, because the storm hasn't even made landfall yet. After the system
It's a
dissipates,
possibility, though.
yeah, but after the system dissipates, and once the season kind of comes to a close, then I think we can start discussing retirements.
That'll probably be the more suitable time, but
Yeah,
it is likely though. That's the unfortunate thing.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
knowing that this thing could be a very, 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 very deadly situation. In fact,
yeah,
it is already.
no doubt in my mind. And this is also the reason why the storm's pressure is relatively high for its wind speed is because it's at a very southerly latitude. If you remember, Felix was 175, but it had a pressure of 929, which is rather high for a Category 5, and that's because it was at such a low latitude. Same thing is going on with Matthew. When the storm first formed, it was 65 miles an hour. It was 60 miles an hour, excuse me, but at a pressure of 1,008 millibars. So it's not atypical to see these storms at a low latitude. Mm-hmm.
No, it's deepening now. It's gone down to 948. It's going down. Still 9.
But
yeah, still high.
yeah, I think in the Atlantic, Felix is the most southerly Category 5.
Possibly.
But I think number one would probably be Joan. I'm not entirely sure about that though. But yeah, so that's if this system was north of the Lesser Antilles, then pressure would probably be in the 930s. But right now it's it's all due to location.
Oh yeah. I mean, we saw.
Not yet. Nope.
I mean, the fact is, if you look at it, I think the only hurricane you could probably not in terms of Atlantic, but close to that lower latitude, in my mind, anyway. I'm trying to think of his name. The name escapes me. I'll have to come back to me on that one because the name just keeps on escaping. An awkward silence fills the room.
Huh.
I'll do it. I hope not. Oh, hello. Microwave. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. But anyway.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Here's microwave imagery of Matthew. Yeah, looking pretty good, and it has been looking pretty good for the past. I would say, last night this system really started to concern me because Devin brought up a really good point, with me saying that that the storm's rate of deepening at that time would have brought it to the pressure it is now, and he's just like, stay away with a storm like this. He needs to stay the hell away from Haiti, Jamaica, and Cuba, because who knows what kind of disaster could happen there.
Hang on. I'm gonna have to cut the screen share. They're literally just approaching him now.
That's fine. That's cool.
There is the beast himself. Major Hurricane Matthew.
Yeah, Craig.
Please work, please. This is an important moment. For the love of God, please.
Well, of course, Matthew's a monster after intensify like as such.
Craig, I'll bring it up.
Rate.
Cheers, David. I'll stop this one, seeing as how this one is laggy. Hashtag rip frame rate. Well, at least I tried. I should get a medal for doing that. Ow! Cramp in my foot. Ow! I got cramp. I got cramp.
Yeah.
Ow!
Oh, looks really beautiful.
No.
Now here's another point.
What I miss?
Strangely enough, for some reason, Tropical Tidbits website is saying the storm is only 125 miles an hour and a pressure of 955. It's a little strange to me. Is that what ATCF is saying?
Yeah, they are. Bram's saying 110 knots. I completely disagree. And
yeah,
no one really cares about this, but I've got cramp in my right foot and it hurts.
Yep. But believe it or not, I actually agree with the National Hurricane Center.
I know it's an oxymoron kind. Also, what I miss?
Not much.
Nothing else. Well, to be honest, she's not missed it yet. It's not over. Goodbye, Matthew.
Okay. Trying to look at some comments. All right.
Right.
Well, all the comments are that a lot of people. Exactly.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of talk about.
It really is a possibility, but I'm still not sure about that. But of course,
the consequences.
Of course, the rate of intensity, well, the rate of intensification
has
of Matthew
opened the door.
Has been really fast, but something tells me that Matthew will have an Eyewall replacement cycle before strength getting as a Cat 5, but I'm not sure.
Microwave doesn't really suggest that.
No, well, not right now, but I think in near future. The eye just appeared right now, so we need to wait more hours.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that Matthew will be a Cat 5. Actually.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
We actually do have a question coming in from Ryan R. What are the possibilities of the storm hitting Florida where I live? We haven't had a hurricane since Wilma. No, we've haven't had a hurricane since Hermine. But it's too early to tell at this point.
Hank, you're being visited.
Oh my. I hate you.
Oh.
What? Hi.
Oh my.
Well, yes, I'm back. I've been back for a little bit. So yeah, I also have a stunning view from the ISS. Beautiful. This thing looks beautiful. No offense. Wow, looks beautiful. Regardless, this is still a very dangerous system. You can keep an eye on. Because I think it's like 140 now. It could possibly get to like 145, 150, but it's one of those things you're gonna have to watch right now. And we have Marcel Holos joining the call.
Trying to
momentarily. If he joins.
Hello. Hello.
We're live. You are live, Marcel. Say hello to the world.
It's got stage fright. It's got stage fright. Oh my.
35.
So there's the effects of Matthew and Manuela Guajira taken 3 hours ago. What the? These are the effects of Matthew and Manuela Guajira. Yes, Menaure.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
Or a couple showers, mainly.
So I will go to Riohacha.
Right now,
Yep.
right now,
we do not condone the
Riohacha.
advertisement of it.
Right now, Riohacha is having thunderstorm, tropical storm conditions. If I'm not wrong, right now.
At the minute, probably, yeah.
Well, if you see,
Yeah.
well, I
If
don't know.
anything, that's surge.
Yeah, I'd say some tropical storm force winds.
Also,
Who knows?
And guys, sorry if sometimes I have background noise, but it's a storm right now in my place, so you will be hearing some thunderstorm sound.
Well, this storm, as of the last 24 hours, has been on fire.
No, it hasn't. I haven't seen any smoke coming out of it, nor flames.
No, not like on fire, but.
Well, why didn't you say?
You ever heard of a metaphor?
Yes! There's another blooper, Nathan.
Well, put that on the blooper reel.
Yep. Welcome to the Madness Show, Lee.
Certain people.
I've just seen it in the past 10 minutes, and I see it's went from Cat 1 to Cat 4 within a very quick space of time, which I did expect. I did expect it to rapidly intensify. So, because I don't just use the heat content and the ocean, I also use another technique which I haven't told most people about. I also look at the sun and its impacts on the planet as well. And this week we're actually having a very strong northern lights this week, so there's a lot of energy coming from above as well. So Matthew's using that. Sorry. Yes. Chaba will intensify quickly very soon as well. It's definitely affected Matthew. That's what I was saying about this. Matthew's definitely using up the.
Yes,
energy. Yeah, so did I.
Yes, there's a storm right now in my HQ. Sorry.
Record it.
Well, for me, it will not make landfall in Florida, but I think a storm surge it could be possible in that part of South Florida. So it could be like a watch or a warning for the people that lives near in the coast or that travels by boats.
Okay, I am. Okay, so that's the text. That's the facts of Matthew and on Rioja, on the city of Rioja. This is another photo in Rioja. These are the waves and other things. So we will be going to Arabia, and
Mm-hmm.
Left.
Okay. Okay then.
Amateur radio equipment. Yep.
Tones. Yes.
Okay, just looking at the local Caribbean region, Cayman Island weather office. The only information they've got is across Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet. And they're advising the small or the boating community to exercise caution over open waters. So
I'm also
the
assuming
Cayman,
that.
Well, David, this storm really shouldn't move towards the Cayman Islands. It should stay east of there.
It'll still kick up surf, Hank.
Oh yeah, that
It'll
will. But,
come very close, I think.
but they.
It will come very close to Adam, I think.
Very close would be
I don't.
500 to 600 miles, which I doubt, to be honest.
I think it'll
Yeah,
pass to the east of the Cayman, so.
Yeah, it's gonna pass the east of the Caymans by quite a distance. But yeah, so my mic was kind of on mute. But we comments. Let's see. Black Phantom HD. So the strongest storm to hit Cuba since an Ike, and Ike was a Cat 4, I believe, and Sandy was a Cat 3, I believe. Will this storm be stronger?
Yes, potentially.
Well, stronger than Sandy, but I don't know about Ike. Ike was the strongest storm to make landfall in Cuba, I'm pretty sure. I don't actually... No, never mind. That's not true.
No, maybe Gustav. That was before Ike.
Yeah, the east coast of Cuba. My bad.
baby.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Oh wait, that was me. I just spoke.
I'm gonna try to take a little break because I had a long week at school and I decided to come on just for a little bit. So I'm gonna take a little break. So I might be away.
Oh well, watches and warnings. There isn't many. Oh, hello. Yeah. Well, what I was going to say
for
there
Jamaica.
Was but yeah, give me a minute, John. I was just getting there.
Okay, calm down and go to the warnings, please. Thank you.
Okay,
Please
Cesar,
calm down.
Calm down.
Stay calm. Don't panic.
Yeah, stay calm, people.
We're very lively.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm going ahead with the warnings if nobody will.
Good lord, no need to lose your temper over it.
Okay. There's
Look who's
Uh,
talking.
okay. There's right now tropical storm warning in the border of Colombia and Venezuela. And this is in sorry. This is in Punta Gallinas, Colombia. The tropical storm warning that right now they're having tropical storm conditions or Colombia and Venezuela border to Rio Hacha, and there's hurricane warning for Jamaica and
Watch.
Yeah, watch.
sorry, watch. Hurricane watch for Jamaica because it maybe Matthew will have an impact there, a direct impact there.
Oh my.
So well, we will keep keeping the eye stick on that system because it may change, maybe not. It's too soon to say what will gonna happen. But it will be one of the strong. Oh no, I was wrong. Sorry, but well, depends. It depends on the intensity of Matthew. It could be one of the strongest storms to hit Jamaica. I think the strongest was Gilbert in 1988.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Gilbert.
98.
But well, if the possibility of Cat 5 if Matthew gets the Cat 5 status, it will be one of the strongest systems to hit the country, well, the island. So, well, this will be terribly bad for Jamaica and, of course, Haiti too, and Cuba. So, well, let's see what happens in the future. Who will go next?
You did say there was a tropical storm watch for Haiti as well.
Oh, well, thank you.
Haiti, not. Never mind.
That's how some British folk pronounce it.
Kind of like Sapien Island.
Oh, very funny. Says the person that fell off his chair.
Say, oh.
Yes, John fell off his chair.
It was off air.
Yeah, never mind.
I'll do it. If I can get my screen share to work because technology. Okay, it's working.
I think you should get a good screen share not showing up.
No more, please. So the 18Z of GFS is coming out right now. We're gonna go back a run because it's only the recent run's going out to 30 hours right now. It's gonna come out slowly through the next couple of hours. GFS, as I was saying, turns to storm north rather quickly, clipping the east. Yeah, but this was before the storm defied everything that we thought. It clips the east coast of Jamaica, through eastern Cuba, through the western Bahamas, and skirts the east coast or the southeast coast, and then just kind of moves on out to sea. I'm going to go further. I'm going to actually zoom out through the entire North Atlantic to see what the system does. And kind of hooks in and actually makes a landfall in Maine. Wow. That's not good. And lol. That's the thing.
I saw that when I was at school today. I saw that run.
Yeah, it's interesting. ECMWF solution, it's like, kind of keeps it in for a little bit more, but seeing this for the first, that's weird. It moves, but then after that, it moves towards the northwest. I haven't seen this run yet, and it moves towards the northeast slowly, and then kind of stalls. Oh no more, please.
Joaquin.
For the love of God, please don't.
Okay.
Don't even do a walk-in.
CMC had a very weird scenario that I last saw. So this storm forms. Okay, another little storm starts to get going, makes landfall in Jamaica. Okay, Watch what happens. Watch what happens.
Yep.
Yeah. What on earth is exactly correct?
Actually, it's showing a tropical storm in the southeast of Matthew.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's crazy.
That's just weird. Moving on. That's
The
just weird.
CMC, that's crazy land.
That's
There's
just
no
weird.
even an invest.
Navgem says it will do pretty much what the GFS is saying. Kind of move a little bit slower as it gets off the South Carolina coast and grows. Exactly. That's why you've seen models do this, some models do this, some models do this, some models do whatever the frick CMC did. H-Wharf. Is that okay? That's Matthew. I thought I clicked on Eureka for a second. Eureka, by the way, is pretty much over. Pretty much. This is obviously it's defied this. It's defied the God model, which is interesting. Moves towards southeast, kind of stalls towards the north. Landfall in Jamaica, then eastern Cuba, and then right through the Central Bahamas. Okay. And the GFDL is saying that the storm will. This is kind of a later run. Is there a more recent run? No, there's not. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Saying it will move, become a pretty intense storm. Actually, that's a Cat 4. It already is a Cat 4. So, yeah, just waiting for the new model runs.
It's defied even that. Ooh.
Interesting. Oh, but that's interesting. It does kind of a David scenario and just kind of like rides up the Florida coast. It looks like. Okay, that's not good.
David.
That's a David. Looking at the intensity guidance, it's defied this. It's up here right now. So, in this area, I guess. Sure. I'm just waiting for the latest models to come out. Track guidance, it's pretty tight knit. This thing's going to make a landfall in eastern Jamaica, then Cuba. Fortunately, moving west of Haiti, but then again, it's going to be on the wet side of the storm. The eastern side of Matthew will be the wet side of Matthew. So who knows what could happen there. And it looks like it's going to try to move north and then maybe a little bit of a tint of northwest. And then after that, it's just very, very blurry. In fact, Cuba, it's very blurry. And pretty much, this is the official NHC cone. Tropical storm warning for the areas of northern Colombia. Hurricane watch for the entire island of Jamaica. And tropical storm watch for the entire southern peninsula thing in Haiti. Then it just moves it through Cuba and then into the Bahamas after that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's recon very quickly. It's heading home. They've been in this thing for quite a while. Literally just just very fastidious research into this. They want to be as certain as possible with this. Sorry, I got...
Don't blame you.
2115 is out. Okay. Oh, so apparently, no, wait, why don't I do that? So it looks like that little thing, that little burst of convection that looked like it might be trying to obscure the eye. It looks like Matthew is dealing with it and actually wrapping it around the center.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He is.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
My.
Wow.
We're getting close.
Wow.
Okay, everyone, don't panic.
Wait, is that Isaac?
Eyes pretty high, isn't it, Nathan?
Hello, Nathan.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
I'd like to hear, Isaac, what was your reaction coming home from school today and seeing Matthew as a Category 4?
I knew it was going to rapidly intensify, but to this scale, I would never imagine. I thought I would do it maybe tomorrow morning, but not right now.
At least it's not as bad as when I woke up in the morning of October 23rd, 2015, and saw Patricia was 200 miles an hour. I hyperventilated for 5 minutes. That's not the point. That's not the point. So that's pretty much what's going on with the models and all that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna pass it over to someone else.
Can you guys remember that this was actually a weak low-end Cat 1 at this time yesterday.
It
was.
Yeah.
the storm had its
really
center
is.
exposed at least 30 hours ago. It was
Yes,
looking bad. It's looking really bad.
I mean, my God, this thing is taking off.
This thing like went, it's like a
My
rocket. It
God.
just shot off. It like
Cloud
Cloud
explosively
tops
intensified.
are just going through the roof here. Our latest
Oh, my.
cloud tops. Oh dear.
I hear you there. I hear you there, Thunder. What have you got to say?
It was me.
It wants its peace. It wants its peace. That's for sure.
Oh my!
Ooh.
Okay.
Hang on. I've got to screenshot this microwave.
Well, I'm
Okay,
not in a.
guys,
Before you do, here's some water vapor. Here's just giving you a good idea how the
Damn it.
environment is.
And while John's pulling that up, we have a question from Tropical Storm 4213 asking a question for the Skype crew. Do you think that this storm can move out to sea by moving into the blocking high?
Ooh.
Way too early to say that. Way too early.
Just a little reminder. High pressures and low pressure systems don't really like each other. They more or less hate each other.
Nope.
Yeah, they repel one another.
But then again, there's going to be like a ridge over, the Central Atlantic and the ridge over the Gulf, and then naturally ridging likes to form in between two ridges.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have something else form, and then depending on the synoptic situation, it could push the storm, unfortunately, into the eastern seaboard.
Oh yeah.
But that's 10 days out, probably. So you have to take that statement with a very small grain of salt, very thin grain of salt.
Yeah. Can I? Well, am I in the clear now to do a screen share?
Go ahead.
Right. This is the latest Archer microwave imagery, and by God,
Oh my.
Wow.
yes. And by God, Matthew is an absolute stunner on this.
Don't
Look at how
get-
strong. Thunder, will you please be quiet? No.
Don't get scared, guys. It's normal here.
Normal everywhere. But anyway, you
Well,
can
I've
see
been
here.
in thunder
on-
like that before.
Not everywhere.
You can see here around the Eyewall here. These are very intense rain bands that are wrapped all the way around the Eyewall. I have no idea how to describe this. This is showing very, very strong rain bands around the center, around the eye.
Does this remind you of a southern hemisphere cyclone?
Oh, for the love of God, please no.
Yes,
Oh,
because the
God.
system is in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
It's not
definitely.
like it's not like
I thought you were going to try a pearl of the Pam here, but never mind.
Definitely.
Pam.
Pam.
Yes,
How's that
Jones,
look to it?
the system is definitely moving
Ooh.
counterclockwise. The system is definitely moving clockwise.
Can I just?
No.
I wasn't relating how it rotated. I was looking at intensity wise.
No.
John.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
made an idiot. I just
great,
made an
thank you.
idiot of myself. Okay,
No,
on
you
live
didn't.
air.
You did. No, you
What?
didn't, John. Don't say. You didn't make an idiot. Yeah.
Why don't we go to the West Pacific then? If you want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, actually, we probably should talk about Chaba for a little bit.
Yeah, let's give Yeah, poor little Chaba.
Well, yeah, but we have like 7 minutes left in this hour. Why not?
Yeah, dedicated all to Chaba, which, as of the latest advisory from RAM, was down to 50 knots from 55. But it's expected to, apparently, as far as I know, it's expected to make a comeback and still make typhoon status. Well, to be honest, giving it on satellite imagery, all due respect to it, it's looking quite good, to say the least. Maybe not microwave imagery. You can see here it's very solid, all over the place. It's got a lot of spiral bands to it. It's messed up due to shear. But see here, forecast track, it's... Oh, this is a forecast strength anyway. But obviously forecast a comeback. Should I be... Nathan, should I be angry? I've got one question for you, Nathan. Should I be angry with my screen share not showing up, or should I not even bother?
Oh my god.
Right! Well, as we found out during that update, I did, Nathan, yes. And you can go watch that now if it's up online, which should be by now. Probably not, no. Foolish.
La-dee-dar.
Oh, la-dee-da. Whoever wants to screen
Okay,
share.
can please let Nathan talk? Thank you.
So yes, just to recap, Hurricane Matthew will be probably packing some heat. Not in the form of fire, but in the form of winds and rain.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
It's just a match, guys. It's just a match.
Oh my god.
It's a match, everybody. It's a miracle.
What? What?
Yes, he did.
Oh my god, John.
Yes, he did pull that stunt, and I'm telling you now, it's painful.
John, I'm burying
Quite a lot.
I'm burying my head in my face right now. Oh my god.
Yep, that is a FaceTime moment. Leaving? Okay, yeah,
It's just a match.
that's what I was gonna say before. Yeah, gotta realize the consequences. Still too early to say.
Really is. I mean, this thing could go off the charts. But
Yeah.
but
Oh, well, if anyone in the chat
but, there's a
get it out
but.
your head. I'm
But
being
this
serious.
could be the peak. It could get a little bit stronger. But as always, weather is one of those things that you can't really predict very well.
Exactly. Just before I was ended up sadly being overtalked by John, but it's okay. If anyone in that chat is thinking Hurricane Patricia, get that out your head right now, because I knew you were
Yeah.
thinking it. I know you were thinking.
No.
I know you're thinking.
New. We're not
No
thinking
more
about
Patricia,
Patricia.
please.
Go
Exactly.
there.
I know a lot of
Patricia
people.
is one of those points of what's the word? I'm trying
No, Patricia
Fair.
can't be compared with
to
any
point
storm.
of.
Did it sound like a comparison?
Patricia is its own league, all right? You can't even compare Patricia to the tip, all right? Except for pressure.
I know.
and that one, the sky's the limit, frankly. But by the way, we have no solid pressure measurement in the storm at its peak. So yeah, let's put this can of worms away before it, eats us alive.
Yes. This is the latest microwave imagery on Mimic. You can see here how the storm has really ramped up through the gears. And this is the latest image. You can see this thing really spin up. And it's still intensifying yet, according to the Mimic microwave imagery. It's in the last frame going up to 121 knots. So this thing's still going up through the gears. But she's not still, but it always has been still. Very alarming indeed to see it still going up through the gears at this rate. If it does continue it, you could possibly see Category 5, but too early to say. Not going to say it, but it is likely to happen. But it's a possibility still. I'm not saying it could happen, but it's still a very high possibility that it could. I'm not saying that it will happen, but just to reiterate, it's a possibility.
I think if anything, I'm probably the one who's the most nuts here.
What, do you need a Snickers?
Nah, I have my fair amount of Force 13 gaps. Alright, there is the Alcoholics Anomaly.
No!
Blipper!
Oh my gosh.
It's the Blipper show, everybody.
Cheers!
And no wonder Lee's just left. I
Guys,
don't blame him.
guys, you should probably go to break now.
Yeah, I think we're done. No more, please.
Keep your sanity.
And then it's getting there.
Yeah.
Have a great evening.
You're still
We'll be back
See
soon.
everyone later.
Yeah, we'll be back in a bit.
watching Force 13's live streaming service. Welcome back, Force 13 Live, the second hour of our coverage. My name's Nathan Foy, and without further ado, over to Marcel and Cesar. They're going to talk to you in Spanish for about 15 minutes for our Spanish viewers and listeners.
Thank you, Nathan, for the introduction, and well, we are going to get started now, and nosotros somos César Gámez y Marcel Olos aquí en este corto informe sobre el huracán Matthew, que rápidamente se ha intensificado en estas últimas 24 horas de una manera inesperada debido... ¿Sí, Marcel?
Sigue.
Ah, bueno, y realmente nadie se esperó que Matthew llegara a intensificarse de una manera tan impresionante como ahora. Actualmente Matthew tiene vientos de 140 millas por hora, que lo hace un huracán de categoría 4. 165 millas por hora son sus ráfagas. Se mueve hacia el oeste-suroeste a 9 millas por hora, y la presión más baja registrada por el momento es de 949 milibares. Las coordenadas de aquel sistema son en latitud 13.5 grados norte y 71.6 grados hacia el oeste. Se encuentra a unas cuantas millas al norte de río, ¿cómo se llama? Río Hacha, en el borde entre Venezuela y Colombia. No sé, ¿qué quieres agregar, Marcel? ¿Qué cuentas sobre el sistema?
En Riohacha son las 5 de la tarde, son las 5:03 de la tarde exactamente, y ya se están notando los primeros estragos del huracán. Ya fuentes informan que ya se está metiendo el mar a las playas, y que incluso en algunas calles de la población de Manaure de La Guajira se está metiendo el mar. Se está metiendo agua a las calles. Y pues tal vez tenemos una alerta de tormenta tropical desde la frontera de Venezuela-Colombia hasta Riohacha, como ya dijeron anteriormente, donde el sector de La Guajira donde más fuerte se siente es en Puerto Bolívar, donde hace unas 3 horas se están registrando vientos fuertes y lluvias.
Muy bien, pues gracias, Marcela, por contarnos, ya que pues tú eres pues tú vives en Colombia, por supuesto, no vives cerca donde está la tormenta, pero de todos modos sí eso es una información muy útil para informar a la gente local de tu país. Y bueno, también tenemos vigilancia de huracán en toda la isla de Jamaica. Esto es debido a la gran intensidad de Matthew, ya que se espera que para el lunes a las 2 de la tarde toque tierra directamente sobre aquella isla. Por lo pronto, los modelos indican que estaría tocando tierra como un huracán de categoría 3 en Jamaica. Sin embargo, todavía es muy pronto para decir exactamente a qué intensidad va a tocar tierra, pero por lo pronto esto es lo que indican los modelos. También hay una vigilancia de tormenta tropical en la costa suroeste de la isla de Haití, bueno, en Haití, pues, porque está pues toda la isla también República Dominicana, pero Haití más bien es el que recibiría mayor también efectos de Matthew, y también Cuba podría ser afectado directamente por Matthew. Esto ya sería para horas en la noche del lunes, del lunes, si no me equivoco, 3 de octubre. También Matthew ingresará a las Bahamas todavía con intensidad de huracán. Los modelos indican que sería un huracán de categoría 2. Y ya después de ahí se tiene mucha incertidumbre sobre qué es lo que ocurrirá después de aquella tormenta. Varios modelos tienen los modelos varían mucho. Algunos indican que tocaría tierra directamente en Estados Unidos, en la costa noreste de Estados Unidos. Otros indican que estaría mar abierto, pasando paralelo a la costa estadounidense. Pero obviamente es muy pronto para decir. Y algo muy que se está debatiendo mucho actualmente es sobre si Matthew va a llegar a ser categoría 5. Personalmente no estoy seguro si va a llegar a ser categoría 5, pero realmente el ritmo de intensificación que ha tenido Matthew en las últimas horas ha sido impresionante. Y yo lo veo como una posibilidad. Sin embargo, no estoy seguro si realmente Matthew va a llegar a tener tal intensidad. Pero de todos modos, en caso de ser huracán categoría 5, rompería la sequía de 9 años sin ver un huracán de categoría 5 en todo el Atlántico. El último huracán de categoría 5 fue Wilma, en el 2005, hace casi 9 años. Y también Matthew
Te corrijo, César, el último huracán de categoría 5 fue Félix en 2007. Y que
sí es
impactó.
cierto. Porque dije Wilma, no manches, sí, es Félix en 2007. Ay. Dios mío, ahora sí que me la bañé, pero bueno. Así es, tienes razón, Marcel. Félix en 2007 fue el último huracán de categoría 5 que vimos. Y curiosamente, fue muy cerca en donde actualmente se encuentra Matthew en estos momentos. Porque Félix pasó como un huracán de categoría 5 muy cerca de Colombia también, y tocó tierra directamente en Nicaragua en esa misma intensidad. Y también Matthew es el primer huracán de categoría 4 en el Caribe desde Paloma en el 2008, y el primer huracán mayor, o sea, de categoría 3 o más, en el Caribe desde Sandy en el 2012. No sé, ¿qué quieres agregar algo más, Marcel? Y gracias por la corrección.
Pues esta tormenta puede llegar a ser muy peligrosa, sobre todo para los países de Jamaica, Haití y República Dominicana y Cuba, sobre todo porque se podría producir vientos fuertes y además inundaciones. Recordemos que bastantes tormentas en Haití han hecho inundaciones y han traído por consiguiente bastantes muertes, como fue el caso de Jean en 2004, que dejó como unas 3.000 muertes en ese país.
También, precisamente hay que alertar a toda la población cercana de Jamaica, Haití y Cuba, porque son muy vulnerables a a recibir bastantes daños y tener un gran número de pérdida de vidas. También otros ejemplos son el huracán Gordon en 1994, Hanna en 2008. Son los dos ejemplos que también fueron realmente huracanes severos sobre todo para Haití, que todavía lo hace más vulnerable después del terremoto de hace 6 años. No se ha recuperado, y eso lo vuelve en una situación que se podría tornar en una terrible tragedia en los próximos días que ojalá no vayamos a lamentar, pero a como lo vemos y a como se ve la situación, es algo que posiblemente podría ocurrir. No sé si quieres agregar algo más, Marcel.
Ok, y según dicen unas fuentes, hubo una muerte en Uribia, Colombia, por cuenta del huracán Matthew. Ya voy a buscar la información.
Eso quiere decir que ahora ya hay 2 víctimas mortales, aparte de la de Santa Lucía.
Un indígena de 67 años fue arrastrado 5 kilómetros por la corriente de un Hawái en el municipio de Uribia.
Ok, entonces por suerte tenemos un muerto oficialmente y un desaparecido, y posiblemente podría hacer víctima mortal.
That's a mad dog in the background. My very abrupt interruption in English during a Spanish show. But I grasp that you guys had pretty much finished what you were saying. I just thought it would be beneficial for our Spanish viewers to have part of the show in Spanish this evening. We're about, in fact, the latest SADOPs, you might want to silence that dog over there, have been conducted, and it supports at least 150 miles an hour from this storm, possibly higher, but we're keeping it at 152 for the time being. My name's Nathan Foy. Hello, welcome back to me, at least. And thank you very much to Cesar and Marcel for that brief part of the show. Very good indeed. We're tracking Hurricane Matthew, at least a Category 4 storm, and we continue with the English section of our show with everyone who's in the room right now. Myself, David, Craig, Lee, Isaac, Hank, Cesar, and of course Marcel as well. So,
Hello.
Who'd like to begin on this at this juncture?
Matthew, man. Can't believe it's already a 4. Went through a pretty much nearly explosive intensification from earlier today. Believe it was a Category 2 or 1 this morning, Nathan, if I'm correct.
It was much weaker, I can tell you that. I can't remember.
I mean, something like that. But it's rapidly intensified.
Throughout the day.
It's just crazy. And the possibility of it hitting Jamaica. Jamaica definitely needs to prepare for
absolutely
this system, because it's going to basically be like a freight train going over there. If it does make landfall as a Cat 3 or 4, but it will most likely be a 3.
Yes, but right now, Category 4, intensifying. The latest frame shows that the eye may have sort of leveled off, though that may just be an indication over one frame. Though I do wonder whether that eye has shrunk a little bit in that last frame. We'll have to see again in another half hour to see what the eye is doing. Until then, we won't
Might be
know.
wobbling a bit. Or something.
Certainly wobbling, like every eye usually does. But I do wonder whether it shrunk a little bit in that last frame, but it's too difficult to tell based on just one frame alone.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go to David. Anything for us over there? Is anyone even here? Is it just me?
I'm
and
here.
Isaac? Oh, we could talk to each other or ourselves. Well, Cesar's dealing with his dog that sort of abruptly ended it. Well, let's bring Marcel into this. Marcel, any more news out of Colombia?
I think that they have more news going from.
But you describe it as what would you say? Minor flooding along the coast there,
Yeah, minor flooding.
with gale force winds, tropical storm force winds, and
Only minor flooding is reported in Rioja.
And
Going to
that's-
Puerto Bolívar.
and that's still ongoing.
Okay, everything now is fine.
Things got back to normal at
Good
Cesar's
thing.
place.
Finally.
Are we still live?
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Well, in minutes ago, Marcel said a 67-year-old man is believed that he's disappeared right now. So maybe it can count as a victim, part of the storm. So let's see what happens if they can find him or not.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. And that happens quite a lot during storms like these. Some are found, others, and the majority are not.
Sadly.
But there's not much. I mean, there's a lot to say, but not much really to say that we've not already said on Matthew, apart from just watching it slowly. In terms of sitting here slowly waiting for the new images to come out showing how much more it's intensified, if it has at all. But in the grand scheme of things, it's intensified very quickly. Remarkably quickly, according to the National Hurricane Center, and Hank's microphone is still not working.
Rapidly intensified.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll fix it soon.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Hank's having a little bit of trouble over there.
Is that Hank? Thought I heard Hank for a second.
Possibly.
Probably still cutting out for him.
Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right
good.
now.
I just had to unplug my headphones. All right. Yeah. Looking at the latest GFS run, the new run's coming out, and it says, Jesus, 914 millibars just off the coast of Cape Canaveral.
Oh my.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'll screen share. My Skype's been acting up for the past 5 minutes. I
Sounds
apologize.
like it.
Um,
Looks like it. Okay.
that. And that's up to 144 hours. That's 6 days from now.
Yeah. That's interesting. And that is one potential outcome. But not the potential outcome.
Yes, that has to be clarified. And if it happens again, it's my mic starts or my Skype starts acting up. It's fine. My computer completely crashed on me yesterday. I almost lost my computer yesterday actually. Because it was just being just so bad. So if that happens again, it's I'll fix it. Hopefully. And that's saying 907 millibars.
How many?
907.
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
They really want Matthew to be Cat 5.
They really no.
I don't think. So the models want it. Most of the viewers want it.
Well, so everybody wants it, but no. Well, I don't
I
want
don't know
him
about
to be Cat
everyone
5.
on the team. Whether everyone here would like it to become.
Honestly,
know
I
it
don't
wouldn't.
want Matthew to be Cat 5. Honestly, I don't want, but I'm sure that it will be if he continues with that intensity trend. But well, you said. Sorry, but you said that the eye looks like it's shrinking. You said right, if I'm not wrong.
It looks like what? Sorry, say again.
Shrinking. I don't know how it's
The eye appears
pronounced.
to have shrunk a little bit in the latest frame. So I'm sort of going to be waiting for another frame and see what it is actually doing. The image that you're looking at on the stream right now for the viewers has not been updated. That will update in just less than a minute. So keep watching that and you'll see the updated image coming up around about now actually. There it is.
So do you think is a possibility of an Eyewall replacement cycle or something?
Maybe, but I wouldn't say it's going to happen yet. I want to see at least another frame, but that eye has definitely shrunk in that last frame. 30-minute interval imagery this is. So in 30 minutes the eye sort of became maybe 30-40% smaller.
Yeah, probably.
Or at least the deepest part of the eye.
Yeah.
So something to watch. Something to watch, just says our hiccups over there in the background. A little bit of a hiccup.
Well, it happens sometimes. Don't say anything. Thank you. But well, so if the next frame confirms that the eye is getting smaller or covered again, so maybe we can confirm an Eyewall replacement cycle, or possibly I'm not sure, but the wind shear it can be another factor of the weakening of the storm starting weakening. I'm not sure, because the northwest side of the storm, there's a lot of wind shear, but I'm not sure if it's a factor.
But contrary to what a lot of viewers are saying, it's certainly not a Category 5 at this point.
Poor viewers, they sorry viewers, but the nature doesn't
Sorry to
want...
disappoint, it's not a Category 5 yet.
Exactly, the nature doesn't want Matthew to be Cat 5 yet.
I know people in the Atlantic have not seen a Category 5 for so long, but let's remind ourselves what one looks like. This isn't one of them.
The curious thing is the only basin that hasn't had Category 5s in many years. Even the North Indian Basin had a Category 5 in 2013 with failing.
That's right. And that was the first one since 2010 there. So it's had 2 in the last 5 years in the North Indian. No, it wasn't.
2007.
Was it? Yeah, it was nearly a Cat 5. Could have been.
Giri, right? If I remember well.
Yeah, back to 2007. Some may say it was a Cat 5, but I don't think it was. So 2007, yeah, same period. With failing in 2013. West Pacific, of course, has about 10 Cat 5s every year. Only once has that actually been true. The Southern Hemisphere quite often gets a Cat 5 or 2 in a season. It's happened quite in the last few seasons. East Pacific, last year, obvious what happened. The year before it had one. 2013 it didn't. 2012 it didn't. 2011 it didn't. 2010 it did. The Atlantic, 2010 it might have done, if you count Igor, not officially, but according to Force 13 SATOPS, it did just about squeak a Cat 5. But apart from that, it's 2007 with the double Dean and Felix.
That was impressive. Double Cat 5s in a season that wasn't so active, I think.
Actually, in 2007, you had hurricanes that all of them were Cat 1s, but the few ones that weren't Cat 1s were Cat 5s.
Exactly. They were almost all the storms were tropical storms. Only 1 or 2 Cat 1s, and then 2 Cat 5s. Very strong Cat 5s, actually.
Yeah.
Felix's pressure was kind of high for a storm of its intensity, or of its wind speed, because of its latitude.
Well, yes, I meant the wind speed, 175 miles per hour wind speeds. But of course, the pressure of Dean and Felix, it's a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to Orlando.
Oh, hello, Orlando.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I just came back from the hospital.
Oh, wow. What happened? Happened?
Well, yesterday I already said I was not feeling well, so I went to the doctors, and I had to stay there for like a lot of hours. And I got out. They wanted to make sure I was fine, so today I had to go there again, and I was there for like another hour. But they said I'm fine, and I should be able to go back to school and stuff like next week.
Okay, cool. Have you looked at Matthew yet? Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts on Matthew. I wouldn't be surprised if it keeps on intensifying at the very moment. I know. Yeah,
Whoa.
that since this morning. And I wouldn't be surprised if it continues doing that all the way to Jamaica.
Yeah. Neither would I. Like, kind of hard to say at this point.
I also noticed something a bit interesting when it comes to the ECMWF model. It actually stalls Matthew in the Bahamas because well, I don't know what's going to happen because it's just too far out to tell. I'm just basically paying attention only till 5 days out because after that it just gets too tricky.
But showing in the Bahamas, does that remind you of something, perhaps? Something that may have happened, I don't know, a year ago today?
Joaquin.
Exactly.
Yes, a year. They had a year to prepare, and who would have thought that something like this could happen again?
Yep. But yeah, just looking through some of the comments on the video right now, it appears that family's gotten home, so there might be some background noise.
Oh boy.
Not really many questions, just a bunch of comments.
Well, the Eyewall just keeps looking better and better the more often I look at it, and the more I see how it's come together very quickly in the last 6 hours. And it's, I don't know, the next frame, I just feel the next frame is going to be pretty crucial, but having said that, maybe it won't be. Maybe it will delay till the one after that, and we'll be waiting here for an hour. Let's hope not. And we're going to be ending the stream at the end of this hour, so we will see one more frame update before we finish the show. And then after that, by the way, there will be many updates on the YouTube channel, and of course on Force 13's Sue's page, SEWS, which it will be regularly updating you on the storm and its intensity via Force 13's SATOPS, our way of measuring the storm's intensity via satellite observations. The latest says it's 152 miles per hour. Whether the National Hurricane Center agrees with that or not is unknown, but that's what we're saying right now, and we know for a fact it's 140 or more according to the latest update. I don't know if Recon are doing anything right now, are they?
Yes, there is actually another Recon flight going into Matthew at the very moment. Right now it's heading to the inner core, but
I can see the NHC saying this is 155 at the next update. Don't you think it looks at least as good as Joaquin did?
Yeah.
It's going to be yet another 155 storm.
It could be. It could be. That will annoy a lot of people.
Gustav, Joaquin, Igor. I think there might have been one more in 2008. Oh.
At this rate,
I don't know about Bill. I think Bill was 145. Yeah, another one of those 155 storms.
At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes a Category 5.
Well, I don't think it will be a Cat 5 in the next hours or in the next 3 advisories.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it
Yeah.
to be a Cat 5 right now, but Cat 5 as a peak, I wouldn't be surprised at.
Well, neither would I.
If Matthew gets Cat 5, I only will expect a peak of 160, no more. But I don't think Matthew will be Cat 5.
Interesting thing to say.
It's been
Exactly.
a big topic of debate tonight, especially in the comment section.
Ooh, the newest frame for Matthew, I just noticed, looks very good.
Really, okay. I gotta see this. Oh my, that looks impressive.
The eyes becoming more clear. There's just this little cloud just covering it a bit, but after that, I think it'll just look absolutely clear.
Wow.
Yeah.
It came a long way.
This really does have the potential here.
Yes.
It's really concerning me. There's another recon flight inbound.
That's the thing. Will this thing actually, get to that sort of intensity? Where
Quite possibly.
Yeah, but if you think about it, and oh gosh, this is very outdated. This is showing when Matthew kind of exposed center. That's pathetic. But yeah, that is a very impressive eye. That is amazing. Wow.
It's been a while since we've seen something like this in the Atlantic.
Oh yeah.
Joaquin was kind of close last year, but no more, please. Igor is probably the closest thing we've seen to a 5 in the past, 9 years? And that could have been a 5 easily. But just look at this last frame for a minute. Just look at this last frame. That's incredible.
It really is.
Yeah.
One of the most
Really
impressive
is.
I've seen in a while in Atlantic.
Oh, for sure.
I find this updated now, Hank. I think it's a more up to date.
This.
Okay, well, next NHC update will come out in about an hour and 15 minutes. So I don't know if we're going to be going live until then.
No, we're finishing up at the end of this hour. We will have more updates. We may even be live again later tonight. I don't know yet what the schedule is going to be. But we will definitely be going off the air in half an hour. But there'll be many places where you can stay up to date. And obviously we'll be providing those links near the end of the show. But we will return at some point.
Yeah.
Very soon. Especially, well, put it this way: if it becomes a Category 5 storm, it will be coming back. No matter what. I'm not sure whether it will do that tonight. It really depends what the next frame is going to be, in my opinion. Whether the eye is getting ready for an Eyewall replacement cycle, in which case it will take some time, or whether it's doing something different, and hopefully we'll be able to tell you which one of those it will be doing at the next update, which should be in about 10 minutes.
Well, I could definitely say that it's not looking like an Eyewall replacement.
Not yet, but with the eye shrinking as it appeared in the last frame, it's only one frame. It would suggest that it may be on the way, but if the eye at least maintains its size in the next frame, then perhaps there will be a little bit more time than that and the chance to become Category 5.
Yeah.
Man,
Matter
Matthew's just
of
such an
waiting
amazing
a little bit
star.
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just, I guess, now that no one's really saying anything, I guess, comments, okay, there really are no comments apart from, like, somebody was asking if we can update Hyperworld. That's Devin's job right now.
Devin's not
But-
here. Where is he? Oh, he said he would be away, didn't he? He actually might be back later this evening if we go live again. We don't know our schedule yet. Just stay tuned. Bookmark this page if you're watching us live, Force 13 Live. Whenever we've got a live event, it will be on this web page. There's no unique video link. It doesn't change. And follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Search Force 13, all in text. There we post updates just before we go live, so that you know with a little bit of notice when we're going to go live next. And of course, when we're off air, we do regular video updates as well. Obviously, we would stay on air no matter what if it was a landfall event, but it isn't at this stage. If and when the storm does make landfall as an intense cyclone or hurricane, then we probably will do continuous coverage for several hours rather than just the 2 that we're doing this evening. But make no mistake, you will be kept within the loop. And plenty of ways in which to do it as well.
Yeah.
Cesar, anything new?
Not really new. Just waiting for the new frame of Matthew to confirm if the ice is diminishing its size or not. I just expect that Matthew don't become a cat 5. I don't want him to be a cat 5. Sorry, viewers, don't hate me, but really I don't want.
As the sun is going down on Matthew, we're going towards the infrared imagery now.
Matthew has been a really bad headache in these days. So, no more, please. Matthew really was a complicated storm to track in its first days of its existence. So,
And it's
no
just
more.
complex as the days progress.
So no more, please.
Well, who would like to reiterate the warnings that are in effect for the storm right now?
I'll pull. So
That's
let's
quite
see.
important.
Yeah. If I can actually pull up the UNHC quick enough. Okay. The hurricane watch is in effect for Jamaica, the whole island of Jamaica. Tropical storm warning is in effect from the Colombia-Venezuela border to Riohacha in Colombia. Tropical storm watch is in effect from Haiti. For Haiti, from the southern border with the Dominican Republic.
Gee.
Hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within the watch area within 48 hours. Tropical storm warning means tropical storm conditions are expected within the next 24 hours, I believe. Tropical storm watch means that tropical storm conditions are possible within 48 hours. So interest anywhere in the Caribbean, for that matter, and the East Coast.
Indeed, something that we will be watching for some amount of time. Quite a few days. As we come up to 22:11 UTC, the National Hurricane Center is updating in just over 1 hour, and we should have a new SATOPS reading for the storm in a few minutes' time. And I'll let you know whether it's intensified any more according to our satellite estimates or not. And that is going to be a pretty critical one in this stage, because I feel that it will probably decide whether it becomes a Category 5 tonight or tomorrow. And now we have the image. The latest image has just come out. And
finally.
Yes, indeed. And I speculate to say that it probably isn't yet a 5. However, there could be a case for a little bit stronger. I'm just going to Run the numbers. Mike.
156.
That would be quite something.
Watch the YouTube comments just explode in anger.
They certainly will. But looking at it, I would say it is still some distance away from Category 5. Sorry. Latest SADOPS says 150.
I see that the eye lost a bit of shape, but looks more big in the last frame.
Well, that'll be interesting to see on this on the imagery that I'm showing right now when it updates. But the latest SADOPS has the storm weakening ever so slightly from 152 to 150, and I think the newest image is coming up now on your screen, so you'll be able to see the latest now to that last frame. Yes, the eye hasn't shrunk anymore, and the Eyewall continues to look good, and it's not there yet, but it's on the way. And Category 5 not out of the question, but not there yet. And what does that mean? It means that it still has a chance to do it tonight, but you just watch what's going to happen. It will probably become a Category 5 when we're not live.
Have to be live.
Oh dear. Okay, well, where do we go from there, guys? Looking at the shape of the storm, it's decent. It's always been decent, and still those spiral bands, southern one, still just about reaching the coast of Colombia.
Is microwave imagery updated yet?
I've no idea, but if anyone wants to screen share right now, then go right ahead.
I don't have screen share.
I have. Well, I don't know if anybody's showing the last frames of Matthew, so I can screen share it if you want.
Sure.
Okay,
Something
let
on the
me
screen
go.
would be nice.
Let me screen share, and let's go there. Okay, there's Matthew. You're watching the screen share, right?
Yes.
Ah, perfect. So I just to confirm if everything is okay. So there's the eye of Matthew, and well, I'm going to stop it there. There's the eye, very circular, well defined, and now to the next frame. I see the eye more ragged. I don't know how is the word.
Ragged?
Yes, but it has less shape in my point of view, but I see it more bigger.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that could be a trick of the imagery there, Cesar, because don't forget the eye is not just the white area there. The eye is anywhere that's
the green as well.
The green as well. So the eye shape has always been pretty similar, just that more of it has become warmer.
Oh, you're right.
It's called
so possibly
I wouldn't call it
I
wouldn't call it intensifying. It could be intensifying, but it's certainly not weakening. It's level right now, I would say, at around 150 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with that.
Yes, me too. Jesus Christ, Matthew, you're impressive. I really don't be a cat 5. Well.
I think, in my opinion, it's like an 80% chance it'll become a Cat 5 eventually.
Oh my. That's a confident prediction right there.
According to Weather Underground, they say that it will weaken when it moves towards Jamaica. But I don't know, you guys. What do you think about it?
Actually think it will weaken sooner and intensify again on approach to Jamaica.
So you say that it will have an Eyewall replacement cycle?
Possibly, but I think it will weaken whilst it's moving slowly and potentially stalling, as a lot of the models have been saying. It's going to end up doing that pretty soon, apparently. And then turning to the north, possibly intensifying as it gets close to Jamaica, or it may just stay at the same strength, and then a little bit weaker on the other side of Jamaica, into Cuba, much weaker on the other side of Cuba, maybe only Category 1 by then, and then quite a bit of room for intensification after that. So definitely the US East Coast should still be watching the storm, no matter what happens over Cuba. The only thing I would say on top of that is that the US, we're not going to really discuss the US until the storm has made landfall in Cuba and has moved on.
Yeah, it's a bit too difficult to say at the very moment.
Who's doing screen share?
Sorry?
Who's doing screen share?
Me.
Is it okay if I steal it real quick?
Yes, you can steal it. I don't have anything interesting to show right now.
Alright.
So go ahead.
Alright. Here's microwave.
Alright.
You know, the whole eyeball replacement cycle that everyone's been talking about.
Hey, I didn't really say that it would have an eyewall that it is having an eyewall replacement cycle. That it possibly could soon, but not now.
Those last few frames would suggest otherwise.
Oh yeah.
These frames. Yeah.
But as an eye gets smaller, it gets more difficult, and it becomes more likely for a replacement cycle. But I'm not saying that it is happening or that it's necessarily going to happen anytime soon, and the latest satellite imagery confirms that, in that the eye hasn't shrunken anymore. So that would suggest that it's not going to happen for several hours at least, if not longer, and that there's enough time for it to become a Category 5 storm. Now, whether it does that is another question, and that's why we watch storms like these and with massive amounts of intrigue, because we don't actually know whether it will or not.
Yep.
If we knew what it was going to do, people like us would probably be out of a job. So cool. And instead we'd be reporting on what we're expecting will happen, and be much more boring. Because, of course, everyone here has an opinion as well, and that's quite interesting to hear. But as we move into the last minutes before we finish the show, let's have a note on Chaba then. Tropical Storm Chaba, which has been in the top left-hand side of your screen for the whole show, and we haven't really discussed it. It could become a potential threat to Japan, possibly a Category 3 landfall, according to the HWRF.
God model.
Chaba is an interesting
the model of
system.
the year 2016.
Actually, Chaba for me is kinda interesting storm because the system was having it really was having difficulties to intensify in the past few days, and now finally it's getting stronger and actually looks very good for me, almost a typhoon, in my opinion. But I'm still not sure how intense it will be because I don't know. All the systems in the Western Pacific, they say that it will be something strong like Category 2 or the Category 3. Like we had the same forecast with Nepartak and Meranti, and unexpectedly they became Cat 5. So I don't know if it will be like a kind of same scenario with Chaba, like having a rapid deepening period.
I don't really know about that.
I don't know. Chaba really looks amazing, but
I haven't really,
Maybe.
looked at Chaba recently.
It's getting
because
there.
all the-
It's only a tropical storm.
I'm gonna take a look at it right now. It's looking pretty decent. You know, it's what's the official intensity?
60 miles per hour, if I'm not wrong.
I don't think you are.
Okay. No, you're not wrong. It looks okay. It's right for its intensity. At least to me.
Ay. I don't know.
I just keep looking at the imagery and yeah, Matthew is something else. And what's Recon doing?
Oh, good question. They are going
Flying.
into this. Yeah, they're flying. They're going into
Flying, yes.
They're going into the storm right now, but they haven't really gotten close to the guy yet. The one that's been in the storm all day is headed home. It's been headed home for the past hour.
Yeah, Noah 3.
Yeah, that thing's been in there all day. But yeah, just waiting for the Tropical Tidbits website to refresh it.
I believe they sent another mission to do some drop sound. I don't know how long ago that was, but yeah, they did that.
Oh, that was years ago.
And actually, before we leave, I might as well show some of the computer models because we really haven't gotten into that this hour. So I'm going to zoom it to the whole Atlantic because this area doesn't really show that much, considering out this. So this is the most recent run of the GFS, showing a storm moving pretty close, becoming a very strong storm, but we have to take that with a grain of salt, of course, like I've been saying pretty much this whole time with Matthew. And then moves right into Cape Cod and into Maine. That's not good.
Do you think it will? It looks like it will make landfall in very close to southern North Carolina.
I'm gonna make it easier for us all. Yeah, it looks like.
And in the last frames, when Matthew anticipated a new system in the Eastern Pacific.
Yeah, true, but that's a while out.
Really far away.
Definitely a landfall not too far where John is. And then another landfall in Maine. That's an interesting scenario.
Oh my god.
So now the ECMWF is saying that we will have a storm that moves through Haiti and then kind of moves towards the northwest and then stalls around just the north of Bahamas.
That's just crazy.
Time of year doesn't remind you of something, perhaps? CMC
reverse
is just
Joaquin.
going. Anyways, CMC just does something I think is absolutely stupid. What it does is, normal track like Matthew, but not this other storm that it forms. Look what it does. It interacts with Matthew. Okay. Yeah. Two giant storms in the middle of the Atlantic. That I don't even know. It's crazy.
CMC is usually wrong.
Well, yeah. That's the thing. I just use it for laughs when I'm feeling down. NavGem is coming out with its recent run, but only goes up 12 hours, something like that. 12 It shows a storm making landfall in Cuba and doing what pretty much what the GFS is saying. Not really much else to say. God Model is saying that this system, this is the most recent run, and it actually shows its intensity correctly, I guess. 938 millibars, but that would be right about now, actually. I don't really know about that. But, yeah, pretty strong storm. That could be...
Let's see if the HWRF calls it at 9:38.
9:38,
You never know.
yeah.
Write that number
Probably
down,
will.
everyone.
Yeah. That's out to 39 hours, so let's go to the previous run, and that shows a storm moving landfall in Jamaica, Cuba, Bahamas.
Not bad at all.
GFDL last shows a storm that moves towards the northwest, it appears, into Jamaica. Wait, that's a. Oh wait, that's this. I was about to say that's a pretty strong Cat 5, but it's 850 millibars. Yeah, that's what.
There it is.
And then goes kind of does a David-like scenario and skirts.
That's a weird one. I wouldn't read much into that.
Interestingly enough. Oh yeah, true. And for this last minute or two, let's look at the NHC cone. Tropical storm watch. Tropical storm warning first off for the Colombian coast part of it.
Yep.
Hurricane watch for the entire Jamaican island, and tropical storm watch for this little area right here in Haiti.
Southern Haiti.
Southern Haiti, that one peninsula that just kind of juts out.
Eludes me as well.
Tight knit until they get to Cuba, and then after that, it's just gonna spread. And intensity guidance. This is from the 18Z, so the storm is actually around here right now. So
yeah, don't look at those. The models have got it all wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing. But and understand, Eureka is dead. Roslyn has been dead.
Oh, it's
Chaba, we've already discussed.
Looking good though.
Yeah, and then this one invests in the Eastern Pacific.
And 99W.
And another West Pacific invest that probably won't form.
Well, we'd better make a hasty departure here at Force 13 HQ. You've been watching Hurricane Matthew, and we will continue to be watching it here at Force 13. Category 4 right now. We say it's 150 miles an hour. We're going to be wrapping up this show right now, but you can stay up to date on Force 13. Subscribe to the channel. You'll see all the latest videos on there as they come out. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Search Force 13, all in text. You can also add Fool 13 on Skype. That's FOOL13 if you're typing it in. And you can also join our chat rooms there as well. Of course, on the website, we have the tracking map showing all the latest official information, but the SU's webpage is also accessible from the website, and that's where we list the SATOPS intensity, which is our own unofficial intensity of the storm. That's what's saying 150 right now. The officials say 140. And we may well be back live later this evening. We don't know, but we will let you know via Facebook and Twitter, so it would be wise to take a look at one of those and follow us, and you'll know first whenever we're going live on there. And bookmarking this link might make things a little easier as well. Force 13's live events never move from this web page if you're watching us live. But until next time, guys, I think we've said it all. Coming up to 11 o'clock UTC, and that's us saying goodbye for now. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye, everybody, and thank you for staying with us.
Bye.